In these difficult times, America needs a leader they can count on. And that leader is Pope Bob Iger. A Pope Bob Iger presidency means lower taxes, better schools, and Disney Plus for all Americans. He's already in the Vatican. Now, put him in the White House.
Hello, I am Pope Bob Iger. Not only do I want to be Pope, but I want to be your president. Vote for me or the Twitterati will cancel you and everyone you know.
When you cast your vote, vote for the one man who will make America the happiest place on earth. Pope Bob Iger.
I have Baby Yoda's vote. What about yours? I am Pope Bob Iger, and I am approving of this message. Finally, a chicken I can put my blessing behind. Say yes to Pope Yes Chicken, the official chicken of Pope Bob Iger. The only chicken you'll need for your salvation. Even that Shlomo guy likes it.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Say yes to Pope Yes. It's heavenly.
Now streaming on Disney Plus. He was the galaxy's most feared and badass bounty hunter. That is, until he was bought by Disney. Now watch as he struggles with PTSD flashbacks and teaches a tribe of primitive natives to dance with sticks.
You push your left foot in, you push your left foot out, you push your left foot in and you shake it all out. You do the hokey tokey and you turn yourself around.
Hokey?
That's what it's all about.
All because Kathleen Kennedy couldn't have two characters that were exactly the same. Especially after they repurposed the Boba Fett movie into The Mandalorian. Tamura Morrison returns to the role that he probably shouldn't have in Dances with Feet. Only on Disney Plus. I mean, I hope they're paying him well enough to put up with this kind of humiliation.
Like a panther. Yes? Maybe not.
Coming up on the CW, it's prom night, and love is in the air. Until it's time to throw down! Sam and Miguel share a tender moment. But look who's crashing the party! Watch as young couples share a romantic dance. And fight! And dance fight! Be sure to watch an extra special episode of Kung Fu High Prom Night!
Hey everybody, Hammers in the morning, WNBC, WNBC, Hammers in the morning here, WNBC. Coming up, Orville goes woke, not really. Star Trek Strange New Turd still sucks. They want to reinvent James Bond and weird animal news and a whole lot more. Whole little more, whole lot, I don't know, more. There's going to be more stuff, I know that. How's it going, everybody? Happy July 3rd. Shot her around the world, started a revolution. Minutemen, we're ready on the move. Take your blanket, take your gun, report to General Washington. Hurry now, there's not an hour to lose.
You do the lead version or the original?
I'll do the original. I'm all about the original.
Yeah.
There's a shot her around the world. No? Yeah. Everything's fine. Well, I've seen Cheap Trick more times than you're saying Ween.
Yeah.
And there's someone who's seen Cheap Trick more than me. They brought it out at a show at Capitol Theater in Portchester, and it says, "Well, he's bringing someone out." I'm like, "Oh no, they're gonna bring out Roy Wood again." No, and they brought out this is so I can't remember what her name was. She's from Yokohama, and she's seen us 200 times. I was like, "Damn, I got some catching up to do." So anyway, Zabu, yeah, that little stinker. Are you going to watch Independence Day on 4th of July? No, usually I watch Schoolhouse Rock. It reminds me of how our country's supposed to work. You getting Kenny Long? Kenny Long says, "Hope you're enjoying 4th of July weekend. Are you guys doing anything special? Probably go and watch fireworks."
We'll probably watch some on the strip.
I just want to go for a little while.
Watch the 5 hours of Beavis and
Smoke weed every day. No, that's right. Marie. Okay, so all right, let's talk about what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the Orville.
Yeah.
I guess we're going to have to talk about the Orville.
People are mad because it took the same position that it took last time.
Yeah, people are upset. And
because it literally took the exact same position.
Listen, here's the thing. The Orville was, and still is, probably the best show on television. And what this did was it brought it. Now people are slamming this episode as woke. It's not woke. It's not, really isn't. They show you all the sides of the argument, okay? And ultimately it was up to, as Bordas said in season 1, it was up to Topa who she was going to become. And they left it to her. So we have a thing here. This brings it to its logical conclusion. Now, people are watching are gonna. Yeah, it was all. Well, I wouldn't call it woke, but I should sing every episode of Schoolhouse Rock. You can do the same public domain songs every week. Yeah, Midnight Special is a big public domain song. But the thing is, certain versions are copyrighted. Yeah. Let the midnight special. If I do my own version, let the midnight special shine a light on me. Holy mackerel, you know. And I've been canceled. So, but like I said, the whole thing about the Orville, it's just being what it's always been. And it's always been a medium for allegorical storytelling. And again, you know, I said that, and a lot of people said that, oh, it was sold as a comedy. It was sold as a comedy. It's comedy. Now it's no longer no. Seth sold it as a comedy, but you know what? He said, you know what? I'm going to do Star Trek. And sure as hell he did. And I keep saying that keep pointing to this moment here. Let me get a screen cap of it. Keep pointing to this moment when I said, you know what? I get it. I absolutely get it. I understand what he's trying to do. He's doing Star Trek.
Screw you guys. I'll do my own Star Trek with blackjack and hookers. And
exactly.
jokes.
Exactly. So anyway, I get it. He's doing Star Trek. And if I could edit the photo really quick, trim out the watermark, I could probably leave part of the watermark.
My whole issue is that people are somehow upset with the Orville taking literally the exact same position they did 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, like I said,
All of a sudden, when it was always preserve the identity of the kid.
Hey, what do you think?
I don't understand the difference between reversing a surgery that was performed on a child against their will.
Oh, for crying out loud.
To restore their natural. I just don't understand the difference.
Okay, save a copy. There we go.
I'm not one of these rethink of children people.
And I keep saying it was this moment here. Watch. If I could ever bring it up.
I don't know if they can hear me.
No, they can hear you. It was this moment here that made me say, damn it, I get it. I get it. I totally get what he's trying to do. I get it. He is doing Star Trek The Next Generation. The moment when he had the Rudolph toy in the crib with Topa, and it was like, he's done it. He's done it. He out Roddenberry, Gene Roddenberry. They waited too long to come back. I don't care anymore about the Orville. Well, that's always the risk you run when you have a long layoff like that.
My issue is I don't know if I want a political message anymore after 3 years of it.
That's Topa. That looks like Ed's daughter. Oh, yeah. Well, baby Mocklin. So, pardon me. But the other thing, too, is, hold on a second. I would say the guys from the Shadow Realms are the Borg.
Yes.
TNG, Star Trek at its finest. Star Trek, as much as I love the original series, TNG is probably the best version of Star Trek.
You know what's probably going to happen with this? Like
what?
those Shadow Realm guys?
What?
They're probably going to be the ones that the Union has to team up with.
The Shadow Realm.
You know the Spider guys.
Oh, those guys, yeah.
They'll probably have to team up with them to defeat the crew.
I'm still unsure what they're going to do with Anaya. Well, Anaya is going to be probably going to be the bridge that unites the Krill and the.
Or they'll kill her.
Or Ed is going to have to rescue her, and she's going to live on Earth, or she's going to live.
I think the mother's going to kill her, and that'll expose her as a psychopathic murderer.
I think she's going to be exposed. I think the mother's going to be exposed, and it's going to just completely discredit her. Oh my God, she's lying. If she's been lying about this, what else has she been lying about?
Yeah.
Woman saves the day, of course. Actually, it was Isaac, who was the key figure in this. Because Isaac is the one who performed the surgery. And they think, oh, a Kaelon has done this, so that strengthens our resolve against the Kaelon. But the other thing too, what I liked was they yes, I was getting to that. At the very end, they were being yelled at by the Admiral. He's playing in the tunnel. The cat, I got a small little tunnel for the cat, and he freaking loves it. But Naranja doesn't like it. The other one, Larry Zabu. When he misbehaves, he's Larry. Food for me? But I really don't. I don't have the problem with this that other people are having.
Well, that's because you're also very liberal, though.
Well, but it's not.
See, this is my issue. Is that for the past few months, every YouTube panel show with a guy with a microphone and a webcam has been on about the groomers. Think of the children. Think of the groomers. They're grooming the children. Think of the groomers, right? And for the past 3 months, it's been nonstop this. so that there is no way in hell anybody who isn't part of the mob, part of the conditioning, is going to see it as they literally have the exact same position they did in season 1.
Well, like I said, the
It kind of exposes a lot of the side grifts.
it's
Grifting the outrage mobs. And
it's the other thing. And Mr. MH wants to know: does Orange Cat fight with? So they play a little rough. We make sure to break them up if it gets too rough.
Yeah, they don't really hurt each other.
Yeah. So, but the other thing too is, as I said before, this really is nothing new. I mean, I don't want to try to, Star Trek's always been political. Well, it's been political, but it's made a point. It's not just pointing at something and said, this is bad and you should feel bad about it.
Well, that's what the Orville did. It made the point of,
hey, this is
our position as a show, that we feel that this person needs to be able to be their true self, regardless of if they were born that way.
You have one side. You have one side saying, no, you have to uphold the teachings of Moclan society. Another side saying, no, you have to be who you have to be who you are. And you have the child in the middle saying, I want this, I feel this way, and this is who I am. Who decides for itself. So they present all sides of the argument. They present all sides of the issue. Is that Rudolph with the baby? Yes, it is, Peg Leg Pete. Because what happened in that episode was Topa was born female, and Bortus was very angry, and Lamar and Malloy said, "Hey, come on now, kick back. We'll have a couple beers. We'll watch some Christmas. We'll watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer." And so they watched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and he had a revelation. He had an epiphany. The child is valuable to Santa Claus, and they were going to euthanize him. No, I don't think that's what was going to happen. And so he had this revelation, and he said, "Clyden, I've seen Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer," and it was a big thing. And is the kind of thing that would happen in Star Trek Next Generation. They would see something, and it was, and like I said, it was very well done, and you couldn't help feel that. Hello, everyone. Day before American Independence Day. Yes, thank you, Donna Pearson. That is one fat baby. Yeah. Well, we don't know how Moclan babies are born. Yes, Santa saves the day, Clint. That's right. As always. Santa Harris, like Star Trek used to be about showing us both sides and was up to the viewer to choose. Now we get indoctrinated by the fact only one narrative is right. The hubris of these writers. Well, that is a failing of modern Star Trek, modern television, in that they don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to do allegory or allegorical storytelling, or use examples, or present an issue in a intelligent, respectable manner, because all those writers are Gilmore Girls writers.
They're just fucking Twitter slackers.
They're
people who are saying, "Oh, if we drop references to the environment, we're gonna save the world."
Like the review I did of
these assholes trying to be the better people to impress other assholes.
Watch the review I did of Picard season 2, and I'll say this: they point to something, and they say, climate change is bad. I should make this official and play the Trek bumper. Hold on. So yeah, they would point to something and say racism is bad, climate change is bad, persecuting immigrants is bad, corporate greed is bad, wealth inequality is bad. What do we do about it? Damned if I know. It's bad. You should feel bad about it. Whereas traditional Star Trek would say, hey, there's a planet here that is
got their shit together.
That got their shit together. But there's this other planet who is facing an environmental disaster because of something they did, and they want to immigrate to this this world where everything is perfect, but the perfect world won't let them. So the Enterprise has to come in and they have to find a solution to it. And the people who are xenophobic, they're from one world, they're going to lose their culture. The other people are starving to death, and they just want a chance at a better life. That is how they used to do it. In that, hey, okay, you have. Oh, can I have one of those? Maybe more. Oh, darn. Okay, no problem. Just pick me off a little square, just a little square. Are you sure? Yeah. Hershey's. So anyway, oh, that's just good. That just fine. But anyway, where was I? Like I said, they came close on Strange New Turds the week with the kid that they plugged in the machine. In that they could have run with it was like, they have to plug this kid in the machine. It's tradition, and all this time they had no way of finding an alternative. Not because that they were incapable, because simply they really didn't want to. And the Enterprise could have said, oh, well, with our advanced technology, let us take a look at this and come up with a solution. And Pike could have made the case of saying, hey, we're not supposed to interfere in developing societies, but is this society really developing? If they still have to plug this, it's still, tied to this archaic tradition of plugging a kid into a machine. Are they really? Are they? Yes, it benefited once from it, but are they really? Is this really beneficial? So they could have made a case for breaking the Prime Directive, and Pike could have said, "You know what? I'll deal with the ramifications," and they would have got chewed out. Oh, yeah, Beavis Butthead, Nelson's.
They're actually not bad. I'm gonna defend Nelson now.
So
I don't want to send me tickets to Nelson.
So anyway, like I said, they were on the cusp of doing something interesting, but the Orville just keeps doing the interesting thing. Like I said, they have all Star Trek people working for them. Yes, the strange new turds dropped the ball by not having Bono in it. Oh, say I'm not number 2. So anyway, like I said, it's the Orville's not really doing anything it hasn't done. And this episode, we got to see Bortus sing. There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. That key is too high. That is a song called "Nature Boy" by Nat King Cole, which is actually also in Resident Alien when his wife came to visit him. There was a boy.
You have fur on your face.
I do.
Your cat hair.
Oh, they're gone now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, non-related question. But how long until content is uploaded to the Back to Vegas channel?
Is that a bot?
No, it's Mr. MH.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
We don't know. Mm-hmm. Bono would make a perfect guest star in a future Star Trek show. Yeah, because he's a pompous jackass.
We were really busy doing other stuff for the main channel.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah, you can even just do like cell phone videos if you wanted to just do.
And then, well, I got a few I got to kind of stitch together.
So anyway, all right, let's change gears. Let's talk about Strange New Turds, and let's talk about how bad this modern Star Trek is.
Temper tantrum. And the Gorner now. Oh, you got that article?
Yeah. Hold on.
Oh, you did a video on that article.
Yeah, this is it. I think. Hold on. Is this it? It was from Robert Meyer Burnett, our good friend.
Screen Rant article. I think I sent it to
Yeah,
you.
Screen Rant is always worth a laugh.
I'm gonna put it to you on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Namor, we got a first. I don't think that's really Namor. I think that is Alina Hetty, Christian. Where the heck is it? Robert Meyer Burnett. Ms. Marvel. This is maddening. Here we go. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Oh, Henry Rollinson. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this, okay? Who Nurse Chapel should not have been on the show.
No, it should have been other characters.
Yeah.
It should have been another ship.
Everybody should. This should all be original new characters. Now, I don't want to name. There's a certain YouTuber. I'm not going to name names. Okay. I'm not going to name names. Who says there's a reason why everything's different because they're making their own show. They're making their own version of Star Trek. And I say to that BS because you are making something within an established framework.
They didn't bring half of these characters. They're established. They're just tracing.
These are
It's like going in and drawing a comic book, but you're tracing everybody's shit.
Yeah. These are established characters. Okay. Now, okay, you want to expand on it. Fine. Do they have emotional Spock too? Yes, they do. You want to expand on things, fine. You want to show something that we never knew about the character. You know, oh well, but you know, we are dealing when you show Spock throwing temper tantrums. Okay, you are now fundamentally changing the nature of the character. And I was listening to Robert Meyer Burnett, and he was saying about how that they're incapable of doing anything original. They are completely incapable of doing anything original. And he says, if I was presented with this thing, you want to get back to doing Star Trek, what they do is they recycle all these characters and then they give them all tragic backstories. And then they take the one original character and they give her a tragic backstory, but they make her a descendant of Khan. So she's not even original. Lady Khan. Jar Jar Abrams screwed up the original characters. Kurtzman Trek is upping the ante. That's right. If they're making their own Star Trek, then why do they shoehorn in these already established characters, previous iterations? That's a great question. I wish I had a better answer for then I say they don't care or member berries. I mean, really, that is a great question. And like I said, if Robert Meyer Burnett had said if he was presented with this, he would have fired everyone on the spot. I'm like, what? You're giving me I said give me original characters, and this is what you come up with. You're fired. Get out. Nobody gets fired anymore. Nobody gets fired. No, everybody just fails upwards. Unless Lon shows her boobs, I could care less about the character.
She does.
Well, sort of. I went to see Yeoman Rand and Nurse Chapel scissoring. No, Yeoman Rand's not going to be on this show. Is Gorn not selling dodgy vitamin pills? Oh yeah, he is. Yeah. So
Feeling run down. Don't have the energy you used to. You want to put the zest back into your step? Then you need Super Mario Lizard Vitality. It's got everything you need to get your groove back. 100% guaranteed effective. Just look at what's done for me. And enter the code Universalist at checkout to get a free subspace shipping on your order. So don't delay. Get your 30-day supply for only $29.99 Quatloos. Don't be a tool of the Galactic World Order. Get yours now. Ah!
The door is closed, isn't it? Yeah. See, that cat eats everything. Just chew on everything. But okay, but this is I know. All right, now this really gets me ticked off. Strange New Worlds writer explains changing Star Trek's Gorn canon. It's the Gorn. It's the Gorn. Star Trek Strange New Turds writer Davey Perez. Now let's take a look. We're going to take a look at what he's done.
Oh, that is.
Explains the thinking behind the series' major change to the classic alien race, the Gorn. Star Trek Strange New Worlds writer Davey Perez explains a major canon change involving the Gorn. Star Trek the original series introduced the alien race known as the Gorn in the classic episode Arena, which saw Captain Kirk battling one of their number on a barren planet at the behest of a powerful race called the Metrons. Since introduction, however, the lizard-like Gorn species hasn't been heard from much in the Trek franchise, at least on the live-action side. But this lack of Gorn in Star Trek has now been remedied in a big way with the arrival of the new Paramount Plus series, Strange New Turds. Though the mysterious race has yet to be physically seen on the show, their presence was felt right away through the backstory of Lieutenant La'an Nuneen Singh, who was revealed to be the survivor of a Gorn prison camp. The Gorn then figured even more heavily in Strange New Turds, Season 1, Episode 1, Memento Mori, which saw the antagonistic alien attacking and damaging the Enterprise. By Season 1 episode, presence have been known to the Federation. Their physical appearance also revealed to Spock when he mind melded with La'an and shared memories of being imprisoned by them. But as some Star Trek fans have pointed out, Spock must have forgotten whatever he knew about the Gorn after this, as he seems to have no knowledge of them in the TOS episode Arena. Yeah. Which, of course, takes place after the events of Strange New Turds. Indeed, Kirk and Company's encounter with the Gorn in that episode is recorded in Trek lore as official first contact between the Federation and the lizard-like race. But now it seems it wasn't their first contact after all. Oh, you don't say. Mr. Davey Perez. This seeming inconsistency is, of course, just one more example of how new Star Trek has played fast and loose with the franchise's long-established lore, sometimes to the chagrin of longtime fans. But speaking to Inverse, writer Perez gave some insight into why he felt it was okay to play around with the Gorn and the Federation's knowledge of them. He said, Kirk's idea of the Gorn is totally different from what he's being told by the Metrons. The Gorn he's meeting in Arena don't sync with his expectations of them. You know, I read this last night, and this is even dumber than the second time around. It was a personal choice I made in my own headcanon that allowed me to have fun with the writing. Writing it that way creates more possibilities for Gorn stories to continue. Maybe Kirk has never seen them. He could even be one of those people who still doubts the stories. Or maybe even he has seen them and they don't look the same. I think the safest way is we have no idea what the Gorn are really like. We do. They're big lizard guys.
See, and that's the thing. Some of the show isn't that bad, but then they do this stupid shit, and it makes it like that much worse. It's like, now you make me look like an asshole for saying some of these are kind of enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Because then they fucking pull this shit.
See now, they even get his name wrong within the same article. They call him Perez, now they call him Lopez. They didn't even proofread it. Lopez's remarks, Perez's remarks. For God's sake, really? Lopez's remarks here seem almost to suggest that the Gorn are a shape-shifting race or possess some other attribute that make it incredibly difficult to pin them down. It's a matter of opinion, of course, whether his explanation really squares the seemingly large issue of Kirk knowing nothing about the species at the beginning of Arena. I'll give you a hint. It doesn't. Indeed. Oh, here we go. And the words to justify any fan theory. Indeed, it's possible that Kirk himself never encountered a Gorn before having to fight one to the death on Cestus 3. But the Federation, and particularly Spock, surely knew about them, as strange blue turds has now made clear. No, it hasn't. But again, such canon inconsistencies as these are obviously becoming common in Star Trek and are indeed unavoidable as new writers take on the task of creating stories set in the Star Trek universe. They are avoidable, and here's how you do it: set the stories in the future where you can add to the canon and not have to change shit. The important thing with the Gorn is that there's something casual Star Trek fans have heard of before and might be interested in seeing. Therefore, making them worthy of being taken out of mothballs, even if some retconning is required to square things. It will now be interesting to see what new things are revealed about the Gorn, only apparently to be forgotten, as Star Trek's strange blue turds weaves them further into the fabric of the Trek universe. This is the dumbest shit I've ever read. In my own headcanon, you know what? Who are you? Seriously, who are you? Screw you, man. Let's see.
Yeah, my headcanon says
My headcanon says he's an idiot.
that his headcanon was shoved up his own ass. Yeah.
Okay, he's written 2 episodes of Strange Blue Turds. He's written a bunch of 52. He's written 52 episodes of Supernatural. Is that another Alex Kurtzman joint? I think it is.
No, that's the one with Alden Ehrenreich.
Alden Third Ehrenreich?
Yeah.
Let me see. I could have swore it was Alex Kurtzman. No, I'm not seeing cast and crew. Supernatural.
It's called Prom Schlong.
That's what my white dragon dudes. Let me see. Alex Kurtzman. I got a feeling he did do something on Comey Rule 2020 Star Trek short. This isn't even Star Trek. This isn't Star Trek. This isn't Star Trek. Yeah, and you turn this. This was a ripoff of Alien and Predator. The Gorn has a krill head. If it sucks, guaranteed to be connected with Kurtzman. Yeah. But you Gorn, human Gorn hybrid, so with a tail. The part of the appeal, you didn't see the Gorn. You know, they just wiped out an entire colony. And then Kirk drops a photon grenade on him. Writing Supernatural isn't hard, literally formulated as any series gets. And I say that as someone who's watched the show. But they just like, oh well, it's possible. It's not impossible. It's totally possible. You make shit up. They just make shit up. And listen, all fiction is made up, but make it sound halfway reasonable.
At least it has some logic. It used to have reason and logic and rules in the universe to keep it consistent. Now they make shit up and change the rules constantly.
The Gorn don't look like this. Well, how do we know they don't look like this? Because they don't. We've seen them.
Well, then they screwed them up in Stupid Enterprise, and now they think that's okay.
Oh, yep, we're going to get the Borg now in Strange New Turds. Enjoy Strange New Turds while it lasts. Something tells me that Kurtzman will get his sticky fingers into that and F that up because Kurtzman likes to be in control. Yep. How long before they make up relatives of Sisko, Janeway, Picard, Pier, and Pike Center? Yeah, oh, that's a given.
Well, they got Sam Kirk on there.
Sam Kirk. Mustache man, Sam Kirk.
Porn stash.
Only Kirk calls him. Only James T. Kirk, his brother, calls him Sam. 25% different Gorn. No, they went all out. They made him like 95% different. It's the Gorn. We have seen the Borg in the regeneration episode of Enterprise. So yeah. All bets are off. Spock cries because Kirk is spending time with the Gorn playing video games. What's my favorite episode of Star Trek? Oh God, I have a lot of them. I like Drumhead. I like Conscience of the King from TOS. I like everybody says Mirror Mirror. Mirror Mirror is great. What else? Everyone was City always saying, yeah, City on the Edge of Forever is a perennial favorite. Well, there's Omega Glory is good. Operation Annihilate is good. A Taste of Armageddon is good. I mean, there's a lot of really good ones. Tomorrow's yesterday. Tomorrow's yesterday. The one with the guy they beam out of the plane. Yeah, Tomorrow is Yesterday. That's a good one. And there's a lot of good ones. I mean, they would say only about a third of the episodes of Star Trek, the original ones or the original series, is good. That holds up about right. But like I said, this whole thing about like I said, you've made the Gorn, pardon me, just into another generic bad guy. You've made the Gorn into just this. You needed a bad guy, and they must have a big whiteboard in the office. Who do we use already? Romulans. Can we use the Romulans? Oh, we haven't used the Gorn yet. Let's use the Gorn. And you like I said, you made him in. It's just maddening. It really is. I can't yell and scream about it anymore because it just does no good. It does absolutely no good.
I'd rather just laugh at it and cut it into stupid trailers.
Yeah.
Like I'm laughing at the stupid kids now.
Okay, well, that was the opposite point of the show arena. Yeah. Well, Mike on Red Letter Media said, around 2009, they figured out that dumb sells. But the problem is that it doesn't sell consistently. Or forever. It peters out after a while. Yeah, sometimes it takes longer than others. I mean, the Transformers movies petered out. This is going to peter out eventually. I know still we keep saying that, but it really is. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. All right, now should we talk a little bit about Ms. Marvel?
Yes, put me asleep.
Oh my God! Hold on, let's play the bumper for the superhero Smackdown. Okay, if I can just find it.
What Jeff said about how it's competing with Disney.
Hold on. The best public domain footage money can buy.
I'm going to go see a Doctor Strange movie.
Oh no.
There's the little kitty.
It fell.
It fell? Oh, he doesn't bite.
Oh, noes.
The kitty cat is eating ice cream.
Off the floor. Like
Floor ice cream.
He's a trash can.
That cat will eat anything, and much to his detriment. Now, this whole thing about Ms. Marvel's Thor reference continues the Avengers insult. Ms. Marvel's Thor reference Thor as Guy Thunder continued insult trend from A's phase one. Oh, well, let's give that a look. See, hold on. And like I said, they keep the fact that she's obsessed with Captain People, and now after how long, just makes me make me say, wow, this is pretty bad. It's boring. This is I'm getting sleepy thinking about it. This is probably one of the I don't want to say it's one of the worst, but this show is pretty bad. And I get it. You people, you want that. You want representation. Representation. It's great to have representation. I get it. Okay. But the whole problem is this is what I referred to as narrow casting. You're taking something and you're making for such an audience that is so specific that
12-year-old Muslim girls.
Yeah, nobody else can relate to it. The audience for this is so specific and so specialized that it really is. It's boring the crap out of people. Kamala Khan is not a good character to begin with. And like I said, there's glaring inconsistencies in this show. I mean, all of a sudden they have the money to up and go to and run off to Pakistan.
Right after the wedding?
Right after the wedding on short notice. That plane ticket's going to cost you about $2,000. Per person.
And they both go. Her and the mother go.
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute, she's on a plane? When did this happen?
Her grandmother said come out. Well, I thought the grandmother was the one the mother hated.
And all of a sudden she's in Pakistan. She has does she even have a passport?
I don't know.
That's the kind of story, that's the kind of writing
Rich girls can up and leave to Pakistan, so it's relatable for Sana Amanat.
Mm-hmm. Sana Amanat could relate to this, yeah. I have enjoyed Ms. Marvel, to be honest, regardless of what anything would say. What? Well, you can't. I'm not saying you can't enjoy it, but I'm just saying that I'm finding it very difficult to watch. And they get through the TSA in record time, yeah. No matter how hard, yeah, and they had to make sure Sana Amanat was in the wedding scene. Oh, look, and they snap focused in on her. No matter how hard they try, Western superhero comics are boys' domain. Girls will never be the primary market. Not sorry.
It's true. We don't like superheroes that much.
Our brains are just wired differently. She's a Karen. She don't need no passport. Well, maybe the extra money on the side. Maybe she made extra money on the side. How? They never show her doing anything. Weren't America Chavez and Kamala Khan all flop characters from the comics? Yes. Why are they pushing characters that failed to sell? Well, because of agenda, diversity, and because they don't have to pay the families of Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, and Joe Simon.
All these characters and try and want a bunch of money. They're extorting money from the studios and investors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is just extortion at this point.
They could.
It's just them funneling into their own pocketbooks.
I could say they could blackmail anybody into backing this. Oh, you're against diversity, which is why you're not going to back this. No, wait. They pushed an Avengers video game too, and it bombed. Yeah,
I played it for free.
That was a gigantic bait and switch from whatever it tells me.
It wasn't that bad of a game, but I never finished it. I only played it for like the first couple of days. It was a free weekend. I think you can play it on Game Pass if you really want to.
The promise was of a.
Game Pass, though.
But this episode put me to sleep. Dear God.
Me too.
And like I said, she's not an interesting character. The whole problem, again, with this, I hate using the term shoving it down people's throat, but they are forcing this character on people. They really are. No, you're gonna like this character. You're gonna like what we tell you to like, and you're gonna thank us. What, you think you're too good to like Kamala Khan? And the other thing too is, like I said, they have to. I don't want to say trick the general public, but that's what it feels like. It feels like you're trying to trick us into liking her. Episode 4, Ms. Marvel, would feature direct reference to Thor as God of Thunder, continuing an Avengers insult trend from Phase 1 of the MCU. Ms. Marvel, Episode 4, Thor reference continues to insult superheroes MCU set up way back in Avengers. No, I think the people who wrote this aren't smart enough to know that. And I think they're just insulting them because they're just a bunch of old white dudes. With the simple terms, because Jin maybe where reference to Thor's made, Avengers Phase 1. The catch-all term of Jin is where the reference to Thor is made. Kamala Khan travels to Karachi. We got origins of both her bangle and great grandmother. In doing so, it comes across Red Dagger, a member of the larger crime fighting organization based in Pakistan. Red Dagger is known as Jinn offshoot. The Clandestines. Could you come up with a better name? The Clandestines? For God's sake. And the request to break the veil of Noor. The barrier separating the Noor dimension from the human world. When Kamala asks Waleed, leader of the Red Daggers, about the nature of being a Jinn, Waleed makes reference to Thor. Waleed states that the Clandestines are not like Jinn. The Jinn Kamala will have heard about in scary stories and ancient texts, evident by knowing. And the other thing, too, is, I'll give it to somebody. He implies that Jinn is named given as they were known as beings brought supernatural occurrences to people of Earth. It is in this conversation, Waleed states that if Thor crashed in the Himalayas as opposed to New Mexico, he would have been labeled Jinn also. This is where the insult to Thor from Avengers, now Kamala and Ms. Marvel lies. After Thor crashes Earth, the events in Thor, despite defeating the Destroyer and almost sacrificing himself to do so, Nick Fury's shield has set up contingency plans to the Avengers formation failure. Yada, yada, yada. This is all done in response to Thor crash landing, proving that he was scary enough as unknown supernatural opposing angels to spur shield in action. This ties in what is said about the Clandestines. That's so stupid. Such a stupid name. So I grew most of the people peaceful many years. They were labeled by people of South Asia as Jinn, scary uncontrollable beings of power, while many turned out to be clandestine. The case Ms. Marvel, it's unbelievable, like Kamala's case, and Thor, both labeling Jinn's shield Phase 2, respectively. Okay, they're trying to. Oh, look, she's just like Thor. She's just like Thor. While Phase 2 never left the planning stage, and the Avengers obviously became a team. Say the world countless times. Avengers concept need defending beings. Yada 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 yada. Really, shut up. Okay, just shut up. And like I said, the whole other problem, like with Kamala Khan, is, like I said, you're forcing her on people. Nobody likes this character. This was the original trailer for the game. Let me just share this really quick. Share the game here. This is the official E3 trailer. Okay. Following trailers created from in-game footage, in-engine footage. Okay, there's Quinjet, Square Enix logo.
You know
French
that
Tower.
old saying?
Hold on.
You know that old saying?
Now that's supposed to be her voice. It could be anybody, though.
Never meet your heroes.
Okay.
I
But
did.
what's the,
I did.
oh, she did. Avengers Day. Yay.
And it was awesome.
It was awesome. Let me tell you, there's only one movie, actually, the first Actually, no. The Netflix series actually gets it right. Daredevil the movie and the Netflix series gets it right in that, and actually Spider-Man does get it right that, Kamala Khan, oh, being a superhero would be so awesome. It'd be so awesome. I'd get so many likes on Instagram. Being a superhero kind of sucks. People want to kill you. You're constantly getting beaten up. You're in pain all the time from your injuries. You have to pop Vicodin and painkillers to manage it. People around you end up dead. Yeah, being a superhero would actually suck really bad. Like, this whole fangirl thing.
The Avengers were everything I imagined.
This whole fangirl thing is just so off base. Not Ms. Marvel is she does not get any pain. Yeah. No, she's never gonna. No, they're never gonna show her being beaten by anything.
They did actually. They showed her mom. She's like, "Oh, I fell off my bike."
Oh yeah. Well, did she? What happened? What?
She hurt herself, and her mom has to go and patch her up or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We were kind of in that.
Yeah, we were checking it out.
Hello, San Francisco.
These are 25% different Avengers than the movies. See,
Thor.
What the hell kind of what? This is a Captain America looks like a Ninja Turtle here. What's going on?
Tony, check it out at once. Try to keep up.
So okay, like I said,
we're a lot more interesting.
She met her heroes. Okay, like I said, Kamala Khan is not in this trailer. Oh well, why?
That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Well,
Question, Bruce.
some say they were set up.
So, like I said, there's San
Others
Francisco.
call them murderers.
Do the Avengers pose a danger to society? That was the question, Bruce. That was the question.
Well, we all lost something that day.
We all lost something that day, except for me. I became Kamala Khan. I became Ms. Marvel. Way, Captain People.
But that's not how this story ends.
Yes, and she's the one that gets them all back together. Okay, what are
we waiting for?
What are we waiting for? We're waiting for knockoff Captain People. Is that a lightsaber? I have no idea. Yeah, great value. The great value Avengers. Yeah. Well, it has been fun. Must go. Oh, okay, no problem. Donnie Pearson. All right, have a good day. Japanese Spider-Man isn't more entertaining, and I don't speak a word of Japanese. But the other thing too, like I said, this worship of Captain People. We all know she's not going to be the focal point of the MCU anymore. This just makes it look weird and out of place. And she keeps saying, "Oh well, but Carol Danvers is Carol Danvers this, Carol Danvers that." I'm like, yeah, people hate Carol Danvers. I don't know if you noticed that.
They hate her in the show too.
They do?
Yeah, they hate her in the show. They're like, yeah, she fucked off the planet.
Yeah, she took off. Yeah.
I bet Brie Larson's gonna come and save her in the end episode.
She's supposed to make an appearance.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Kamala. I'm Brie Larson. I'm the most ungrateful bitch of a human being that's ever. And that's how you succeed in life too, by being an ungodly bitch to everyone and anyone. Carl Manvers. Yeah, Captain Marvel. I must go. No planet needs me. Hey, Substance Team. Well, okay, well, that is the superhero Smackdown for today. Ms. Marvel it's I don't want to call it a waste of time, but my God, it is not good. It really isn't.
All these in title articles out there. Like, it deserves your attention.
It deserves your attention. Oh, Iman Vellani is a delight.
She's fine.
Why aren't more people watching? Oh my! Why aren't more people watching?
She's playing constantly. I like it.
Get the sitar. No, okay. Yeah, you're right, Peggy Pete. It's just rebels. Did someone die? I'm not knocking. Listen, you like that music. It's great, but but that's what it just sounds like. Like I said, they've made something that has very limited appeal. Ms. Marvel shows on YouTube make me puke. Yeah. Well, like I said, she's supposed to be the future of the MCU. Oh, well, everybody, why she's the most important character in the Marvel universe. She's the most important character. She's so important. She's important to everybody. You're going on.
Imagine that for 40 minutes an episode.
Yes.
And we're not exaggerating.
No.
It's some form of that, or it's. And then it goes to this then. Or it's like a hip hop version of that. Is that with a hip hop beat? Can you do a hip hop beat? And it's that with a hip hop beat.
Andrew Helm's hysterical. Rob ate some curry that was too hot and now it's burning itself out. You are racist for not liking this show.
What is that music? That's my sitar. That I actually can play a little bit. I do want to get a 6-string banjo.
As long as the show is, as long as that isn't copyright claimed.
I think if that gets copyright claimed by something in the show.
I'm going to Pakistan, even though it's really expensive and I have no passport. And I'm a 16-year-old girl.
There you go. And then they do like a scene, and then it goes back to the music.
Then it goes back to the music. It's been a hard day's night. White culture's getting.
Watch it. Flip through it on Disney Plus. It's constantly playing that music.
All right. Well, let's.
It's like nothing is in English. It's like watching something that's not even in English on this whole show.
Like I said, listen. We're not knocking Muslim culture, but you've made it so that it is unrelatable to anybody. The best parts are the parents when they weren't. Yeah. I mean, like they gave the kid food. I'm like, oh, that's nice. That's nice. It's a very kind of mom and dad thing to do. You know, this is nice boy. You know, she actually called the kid. Oh, he's nice. He's such a nice boy, Bruno. You know. Oh, how did you get all this food so fast? You take care of the gadgets, I take care of the food. She comes out, she's such a nice, Bruno, he's such a nice boy. And she likes the kid, and like what? They could have solved. Here's a major plot point that they missed. What if the kid, her friend Bruno, what if he asked to take her?
Apparently, we got in trouble for asking that question because clearly we don't know enough about Muslim culture to know that they would never have allowed the boy to go with her alone.
Or what if you said that, hey,
chaperone.
Oh hey, why doesn't my brother take me?
Exactly. Well, I think that's the issue though, is that we don't know enough about Muslim culture.
Well,
as outsiders to know what the issues are specifically, what the problem is. Does she like her parents? Does she not even?
But they've made it. They've made it so. I'm assuming this is a lot of 2022 shows and films. They write their agenda, not a cohesive story. They wanted to write it as a showcase of Muslim culture and Pakistani culture, but unfortunately,
it comes across as racist because it's just so much.
It's stereotype. A lot of stereo. I hate saying this last stuff, but a lot of stereotyping in this show. And listen, if you're watching this and you're liking it, great, man. If you think this is a great bridge to bring Muslim culture to America, hey, great, more power to you. But you know what? I got nothing. Listen, I got nothing against anybody's, not knocking anybody's religion, but this is just saying to me, you know, I've seen enough. I just want to put this aside. Maybe it's because it's a caricature of Muslims. I don't think it's a caricature of Muslims, but I think.
Is it even? I don't know enough about Muslim culture.
I think they just wrote it as a. They said, "Hey, this is about representation. This is about," and they just put their heads down. They didn't listen to any external influences.
And then you had all these articles saying, "Oh yes, there's something for everybody to relate to."
There is in very small doses. Not enough.
To sustain a show.
Like I said, giving the kid food was the one relatable thing. Oh yeah, you know, because that's a very mom and dad kind of thing. You think listen, it's the same way in Italian households. You've someone, oh, you want to take a little something? You want to take a little something? Come on, eat. You never know when you're gonna eat again. Let's go. Come on. You you like somebody, you feed them. That's yeah. So, like I said, it's a very kind of universal. It's a very kind of universal thing. But I think, isn't there a white chick with a hijab? Well, she has very light features.
That 35-year-old girl.
Yeah, she has very light features.
Yeah, she's like 35.
Yeah, and she's clearly in her late 20s, early 30s. I don't know what her name is. I can't say. All right, so like I said, they've designed this for a very narrow audience, for a very small audience, and they're gonna blame. They're already blaming everybody. They blame Kenobi. They blame the fans. They're gonna blame everybody and anybody when this is all said and done.
You're a racist.
As far as I can tell, there's no real bad guy in this show.
Well, we don't know if the people who.
And all of a sudden, the Jinn people, they flipped on a dime.
They're like,
for
we don't want to help you. I thought you were going to help us. No, we're not going to help.
No, we're going to kill you. Why?
I don't know. I missed it. I must have blinked.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I must have missed it.
Their motivations flipped on a dime. Like, wait a minute, hold on. Good God Almighty, this is bad. So okay. Okay, just checked it, Pete, and hope everything's okay. Oh, Lord. All right, so Ms. Marvel, definitely bad. So So, all right. So where was I? I don't remember. Looks like a show for teen girls. Yes, it is. It's a
Show for 12
how a
Muslim girls.
Hey Rob, what sells more, toys or Riva or toys of Rose Tico? I'd say it's a push. I'd say there's no advantage. All right, so let's do some animal news. Let's wrap up and do some animal news. This was sent to me by Techie Mantis. Thank you very much. This story here. I love the doggos. I always say he's my friend. He's my friend, little doggo. Oh, but why can't I go say hi? He's my friend. So anyway, here we go. Dog invades international football match demanding belly rubs and cuddles. Oh, that is so cute. A daring pitch invader has put it all on the line for some belly rubs and pats. An international women's football match between Chile and Venezuela had to be brought to a standstill after an affection-craving pup legged it onto the field. The hilarious incident happened at about 36 minutes of international friendly when the scores were tied at 0-0. Wow, a soccer match tied at 0-0. There's news. Footage showed, he said sarcastically, footage showed the black dog patrolling the sidelines and receiving pats from the photographers. Clearly wanting in on the action, the dog presumably bellowed, "Sub me on, coach." Or "put me in, coach," in American. Before sprinting onto the field, waiting instructions from the sideline. Referee called for a stoppage in play when the most adorable pitch invader of all time rolled over and demanded belly rubs from Chilean goalkeeper Christine Endler. The referee couldn't even say no to the pup as the dog copped some scratches from her as well. Clearly enjoying itself and getting hyped up from the crowd, the black dog proceeded to sprint from one end of the field to the other as players and officials tried to beckon it off the field. But it wasn't done yet as it legged over to the Chile player's sidelines to get a few more belly rubs before being carried off by a Chile player still wagging its tail. Belly rubs from some international footballers, as well as referees and a star making run down the middle of the pitch. It was a mammoth effort from the animal. Honestly, a player of the match performance in my eyes. So let's take a look. Oh, look at this. So cute. So let's take a look. Okay. Okay.
Hay un perrito. Hay un perrito.
Hay un perrito.
Ahora lo están llamando para que salga. Salió el perrito de la cancha.
Okay. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Fíjate que Karen Araya en ese tiro libre conversaba con Camila Sáez.
Okay.
Yo creo que intentó buscarla.
I think the bigger story is that people actually care about women's soccer in South America. As an American, to me, that's the real story.
Es una de las mejores cabeceadoras que tiene la selección chilena.
Walter Guillermo ya sale de la cancha el perrito para dejar jugar acá en este empate 0-0. Cáceres. La pelota para Jennifer Jiménez. Presiona Jenny Acuña.
Okay, and let's see the doggo.
Pipas abiertas acá en la granja. Avanzando, desbordando Gutiérrez. Se le escapa en el control. La envía hacia afuera.
I'm not interested. Come on, I'm an American. I don't want to see the doggo. There he is. Oh, he's so
se pone de espalda para que le haga el cariño. Cuando ahora sí se levanta la banca, alguna de las alternativas que tiene José Lepe.
There he goes.
Miren, se va a empezar a escapar, va a fallar con el
There he goes, and he gets belly rubs.
¿Quién logra sacar ese
What's the
perrito?
lesson?
Bueno, ahí está la árbitra.
Hey, getting belly rubs. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Tierna de esta jornada.
Well, there he goes. He's off and running. He's off and running. There he goes. He's happy. There's a happy doggo.
No podemos continuar el fútbol porque este perrito
See,
está
look, he's a happy doggo.
todas las rivales
He's
en la
running
cancha.
around.
Sí, tiene buena magia, buen enganche.
Oh, he's getting belly rubs. And they're picking him up, carrying him off. And everybody's happy. I'm pretty sure he belongs to somebody in the stadium.
Nos vemos, perrito Walter. Que te vaya bien.
Fernanda Pinilla también ahí ayudando.
There you go, buddy.
Entre todas colaborar.
And backstage, back to the clubhouse for water and Tritos. Why didn't you hear what you didn't hear in this game was go? I know speak Spanish. Doggo was the MPV. Bestest, yes. Belly rubs. Rob, do you follow soccer in particular? No, I do not follow soccer. There's a saying in the U.S. Soccer is the sport of the future and always will be. No, it's not. I didn't. I'm not the one who said it. So, Chile versus Ecuador. Yeah. Okay, so there you go, Doggo. The player of the match. Player of the match. All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. 1 hour, 15 minutes in. We're going to leave the stream up, and so everybody can enjoy it on the replay. Why don't we give a little music to play us out?
What? There you go. Don't break it.
Nah. Why do they call it soccer? You don't kick the ball with your socks because it was first called association football, and the name got shortened to ASOC. ASSOC, and eventually soccer. Is Rob playing music backwards? No, I'm playing it forwards. Definitely a chart topper somewhere. Okay, everybody. Everyone, have a good rest of your day. Happy 4th of July. Enjoy yourself. Don't, if you're using fireworks, I don't condone the use of fireworks, but if you do, please be careful. I don't want to hear people about missing fingers. That's not cool. You have to open a show with that. Okay. If you were playing it backwards, you evil messages. Time to get a chicken burger. Yep. All right, everyone. Happy 4th of July. And everybody in our international viewers, have a good Monday. Everyone, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. If you have the day off, please enjoy it. Be careful out there. Have a hot dog, have a beer, have a burger, have some chicken, have some anything. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the fireworks. Enjoy your day off. Happy birthday, America. Everyone else around the world, have a good Monday. And everyone, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will catch you next time. I played the wrong outro.
Re.
And everyone, re.